The Slime Media, which one only Mr. Slime Media right here checking in right now. This is my review on Power Book 2 Ghost Episode 5. Wow, this is the mid-season finale, and wow, we got a very, very good mid-season finale. Wow, man. Very, very interesting. I'm gonna get straight to the point because y'all seen a lot of reviews already. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Tariq ends up in jail. Tariq got locked up. As you saw last episode when Kane framed him, he ends up going to jail. Pretty much how he gets locked up is because Lauren he doesn't know has a wire watch on him, and Kamal Tate kind of put two and two together because Kamal Tate knows the history of the St. Patrick. So he was putting two and two together, and when Carrie also as well put two and two together, she heard about the book, she was like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe Tariq found a book. Maybe that's what Jabbar is writing about the book about Tariq. So he heard. So like, he heard that and he probably, wanted, shut him up and get him killed. So Carrie makes it seem like, makes Lauren convinced and make it seem like it's Braden the one that behind all this, but she already knows, oh no, it's Tariq behind everything and behind the murder and everything like that. So she the one kind of convinced Lauren, to do that and everything. That's why I wonder is Carrie gonna make it this season? She gonna get killed now or anything like that for like, kind of, stepping in the wrong turf and, getting in too much business. Because, like I said, Tariq almost, probably regret not framing her for it now. Because remember, Kane already told him, hey, just frame her and put the phone in there and all that. Remember, he didn't do that. So, like I said, karma, everything coming home to roost. But, Tariq's karma did catch up with him. But I'm just saying that as well as why I think something might happen to Carrie. Because, Tariq didn't do that. If he did that, he would have framed her, and he wouldn't have gotten arrested or anything like he is right now in jail and everything. But he heard the positive stuff she said about him, so he just kind of like let it go when she said all the positive things about it. But nah, he probably regrets that shit for sure now. But gets straight to the point. When Lauren hears, Tariq told Lauren a little too much because he felt comfortable around her. That was like his Angela. Like I said, I've been saying in all these videos. That's like his Angela. He trusted her. He likes her a lot out of everybody. So he ended up telling her like, yeah, yeah, he didn't know about the book. Jabari had wrote a book and all that, and Brady didn't know nothing about it and all that. And once they heard that, Carrie and then the detective Kamal heard that, then that's how they was put two and two together. That's when they was able to run through his dorm and all. That's when they found the badge that Kane left. Also, as well, with Kamal Tate, it's kind of funny. I think his brother Rashad Tate is going to be the reason why Tariq gets out, along with Davis McClain as well. Because like I said, um, remember Tate needs Tariq out so he can get information on Braden's father's friend and all that, so he can get that seat in the council and get that political his political job and all and everything like that. So he needs Tariq out. So I think he might be the reason Tariq gets out. That's between both him him and his brother. Kamal wants Tariq in jail and wants to arrest him. That's what Kamal wants. Rashad wants Tariq out and everything like that in order to get his job in the council. So it's interesting how this is gonna come about. But we all know Tariq's not gonna stay in jail, but he eventually will get out. But definitely way before I believe, even before the season finale hits, he will definitely get out of jail. But it's interesting to see how long he stays in. Also, I think maybe in this when he's in jail is how he ends up meeting Cristobal and I forgot the other guy's name, the character that's supposed to be in there from Ghost and Tommy's crew from the original Power. I think he meets both of them in jail. That's how it's gonna happen. And remember, Two Bit's supposed to come back this season as well. I know obviously not gonna meet Two Bit in jail, but I'm only surprised the next few episodes he runs into Two Bit as well. But Tariq, everything going well for him. It's not everything went bad. Like right when he was able to get Yaz back the same day, that happens. And also, when he had Monet, when Monet, tried to punish him for what he had did, for him not being honest with her about what he did to Jabari and everything like that, to Professor Jabari and all that. I just like, dang, I know, like I said before in my videos, when it happened, I knew it wasn't gonna be good for him and that. But the way he outsmarts and tells about everything, said, "Now the one that stole the money from you. Kane is the one that flipped the coke and turned it to sugar. Then also Drew still messing with Everett, his guy, so the one that ran his mouth too much and told people about Drew and told Drew's name. So it's just like, dang, when they was like, I gotta let you go. They're like Tariq had him in the end, but you know, everything went bad because of what Kane did. That's why I'm wondering also as well, I wouldn't be surprised if Kane ends up going in jail with Lorenzo getting out. Kane might end up being the one going to jail because now they might look into Kane now and he might be the one to take the fall for him going in and getting locked up. I don't know. I don't really think that's gonna happen the way it seems, but I'm really surprised if it did. That's another thing I'm hearing about a lot of people say. But I'm really surprised that happened to Kane and Kane gets locked up. Kane, pretty much is trying to prove himself in my name. We also see in next episode he's trying to prove himself with Lorenzo as well. So it's interesting to see. I feel like it will be at the hottest split. I wouldn't be, like I said, surprised if Kane doesn't ride with Mecca. I wouldn't be surprised if Kane does ride with Mecca since like him and Mecca still have a close and a good relationship and all that. So, interesting to see where it goes, especially if, if Kane finds everything. I wonder how he's gonna feel finding the whole story about Monet and everything else. And it's gonna be very interesting, very, like I said, very spicy. Like, everything coming up definitely in the next few episodes. Will probably got 2 weeks left, but everything that's coming up definitely gonna be real nice. But also as well, man, Lorenzo gets out another thing that shakes up so much stuff with Monet messing with Dante and Lorenzo getting out. Like, wow, like after maybe she just got to sleeping or hanging out with Dante, she comes on and seeing Lorenzo's out. So that's gonna spice everything. Like I said, interesting to match up between what happens when Lorenzo and Mecca meet, aka Dante. It's gonna be very interesting, very very interesting when that happens. So like I said, I wonder how Tariq plays on this as well. I believe he's gonna be the one to side Lorenzo as well. So because that was his lawyer that got Lorenzo out. So gonna be very interesting. So that's pretty much everything that went on this episode. I just want to get straight to the point. Pretty much Lorenzo getting out of jail and Tariq getting locked up. And also it's funny when Ghost, he see that Ghost writes him, tell him, yeah, little nigga, I knew you'd be up in here. That is just still like, man. It would be better if we got to hear, Ghost voice of Maya Hardy actually saying it, but we got Tariq saying it, but like, dang, just he knew he was gonna be in the way everything that was going for him, everything that turned. He's like, I know you ended up in jail. His karma caught up and everything he didn't do. Getting his sister killed, then him killing his father, having to send his mom away, and then Tommy having to go away from the murder goes on Tommy. So, everything has come back to him, and right now he's sitting in the jail cell. But it's interesting to see how he's gonna get out. But I just came with a lot of theories. I believe somehow Rashad's gonna get him out, somehow McClane's gonna get him out. So, interesting to see what goes down and all that. Like I said, I wonder who they're gonna pin the murder on. How it's gonna be some kind of technicality. I feel that's gonna reason how he gets out, some kind of technicality. It's gonna be some kind of way. But I wonder who they gonna pin it on. And how is that gonna work? So, it's gonna be very interesting. But the thing with Lorenzo and Tejada is really gonna shape us, especially since Lorenzo seems like he's riding with Drew like he always had, even from last season, riding with Drew instead of Kane. I wonder how that's gonna work with Kane and Monet going against, seems like gonna be going against Drew, Lorenzo, and Diana. So, like I said, very, very interesting. That's pretty much everything on this episode. Also, of course, Zeke happy. He's changed up his hairstyle. Happy. He's a free man. So that's what he got going as well. Also with McClane as well. Trying to get his brother out of jail with. Since they got Lorenzo out, he's trying to get his brother out of jail as well. But his brother tells him, hey, man, I'll do anything to protect you from keeping you from going inside. So whatever, dirt McClane has done or anything Davidson McClane has done, he's trying to make sure, like his brother's trying to make sure I don't want you to go down for any of this stuff. So, I mean, do what you can, try to get me out, but I don't want you to take the fall for anything like that. So, that should be very interesting. I wonder how, he ends up getting out, if his brother does get out, I wonder how that's going to work. But good episode, like I said. Thank you to Tariq getting locked up. We've seen in previews that he does get locked up. We didn't know how it was going to happen. Also, we see he also got the black eye from the dude Buck, from him following, Monet told him, to follow and find out who Kane's real plug is, but the dude Buck ends up beating him up and everything. That's why everybody said in the comments, Tariq didn't learn how to fight. Tariq didn't learn how to fight. He keep on getting beat up. Maybe eventually he'll go through it, maybe in season 4 or season 3. We'll see a more, badass Tariq and say more fighting Tariq. So, hopefully we see that. in next season or a couple seasons down. I think I'm predicting this probably might go through 4 or 5 seasons, almost like how much the original Power did. But because they also did announce, the spinoffs, they will have spinoffs of either one of the characters, or somehow have spinoffs of any one of the characters on this show. They didn't say who the spinoff, who it's gonna be about, but they said they will have spinoffs of this series as well. But yeah, so very, very good overall episode, very interesting. But also we see character Buck, he actually does die this time. Remember last time Mecca just choked him out and everything and put him to sleep, but then he woke back up. But this time he did end up killing him. Because Kane, of course, lied, said he doesn't know Tariq anything. And Mecca said, oh, I got to kill you because, you can't just hurt innocent civilians and mess up a whole operation. The Asian dude, the cook, just sliced his neck up. And I'm like, damn, this Asian dude is a badass Mecca guy. Like I said, I'm really actually liking the Mecca character. I really do like that Asian dude as well, man. Like, like straight up, boy. He a straight gone like that, boy. So, well, R.I.P. the book. But yeah, like, so this episode, like I said, was fire. Definitely interesting, definitely entertaining. Definitely good for a mid-season finale. I can't wait for next 2 weeks of next year when the episode 6 airs, because it's gonna be interesting. I know it's gonna be fun. Definitely can't wait. Interesting how Tariq gets out and what's gonna happen with Lorenzo being out, how things have pretty much changed the game. That's a big change with him coming home. So definitely can't wait. Also as well, like with everything going on with police, with McClane's situation with his brother and Saxe and Ted Whitman, what he has going on as well. He's almost like the new Saxe on the police officer side. So I can't wait, Like I said, man, if you like any content, you like my channel, please do not hesitate to hit that subscribe button, or do not hesitate to like the video as well. Like I said, this Sly Media. My next video coming, it's probably going to be about Hawkeye, like I always do. On Wednesday, I will be doing a video on Hawkeye when Hawkeye comes out on, early Wednesday morning around 3 a.m. I always do my reviews on that. And it's finale coming of Hawkeye. And Hawkeye, they said, also takes place after, Spider-Man No Way Home. So this sets up, the end of that show is definitely going to set up a lot that's going to be going on in Marvel Phase 4. Also, if you haven't yet, check out the movie Spider-Man No Way Home. And if you have checked out Spider-Man No Way Home, check out my spoiler review. I just did a video on that not like an hour ago. So check out my review on that as well. But this is Sly Media. Y'all have a great night. Be safe wherever you at.